So it's been about 4 months since I've worked on the engine or posted anything. And winter is just around the corner now, so it's time to put away the boat and start working on the engine again. So I thought I'd take a moment and recap some of the work that's already been done. We've cleaned up the gas tank. We've put mineral spirits inside with a package of bolts and just kept shaking it around for a couple days. And it looks pretty good inside. We'll take a look. Let's see if we can take a peek inside there. You can see there's still some residue and maybe some rust, not sure. So I'll do one episode just on using the POR 15 fuel tank repair kit and sealer. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to repaint these parts. They do have some pretty nasty dents, and I do have replacement decals. But repainting these is really difficult if you don't have a powder coat system set up. So I've got to use a combination of acrylic paints and a two-part epoxy sealer to keep the gasoline from eating away at the paint. So that works pretty well for me. I've used that in the past, and we'll have to do that again. We've completely removed all the components of the mag plate, and we've already got ready to use new set of points, capacitor, and coils. And I've discovered that the flywheel, you'll notice it's got some markings on it. There's a mark right here, another one 180 degrees from it, and those are actually timing marks. So you can actually use the flywheel as a timing tool to set the point gap. So I'm looking forward to doing that later. So over the summer, I've been oiling the cylinders and rotating the pistons around to keep it from doing any sort of flash rusting. Haven't done anything else. The midsection is completely gummed up, won't move, so it has to be completely dismantled. So I'm probably going to start with taking off the lower unit. Start from there, put it aside, then remove the power head from the midsection, put it aside, and then probably start cleaning the midsection first, and then the lower unit, and replace the water pump. And then I'll probably think about taking apart the power unit and replacing the piston rings. I've got new sets of seals and a complete new set of gaskets. So this will all be going back together. So now it's just a matter of slowly working on it over the winter. And I'm not in any big rush. Probably the painting won't happen until spring, because that absolutely has to be done outdoors, because the two-part epoxy paint is quite toxic. So that's an absolute must. Okay, so when I'm ready to start taking apart the lower unit, I'll start filming again. Take care. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna take off the lower unit. We'll put it aside for later. Everything looks pretty good. I've got a new impeller kit to go in there, new seals. I even picked up a 3-bladed weedless prop. So we'll put that away. Okay, so water pipe. It has a little fitting. So I'm going to put that aside. Make sure I keep it oiled. And come back to that when I'm ready. A little old grease. What do we have? Our drill ring. Ring there. Another ring here. this right here be a tensioning bolt. And it presses against this piece of metal here. That does. There she comes. That's the tensioning plate. Well, I'm going to come back once I have the entire midsection completely cleaned up inside and out. Fair amount of carbon buildup inside of there. Take a wire brush on a drill, just clean that up, and degreaser, soap and water, and wash all the pieces down. And first thing we'll do is rebuild the midsection, and then we'll take a look at the lower unit and then the power head. So I'll bring you back when I'm ready to put the midsection back together.